You know, sometimes when things aren't going your way and you're not getting the results that you want, you got to find ways to make some sacrifices to get rid of the stuff that is holding you back. You know, trim away the fat, allow for new growth to come in to help bolster you into a new and better direction. I don't really know where I'm going with this. All I'm trying to say is it will grow back. I promise you that. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone. Is your debris cat making too much noise all the time?
I haven't really prepared for this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. The Blackhawks just completed their 45th game of their shortened 56-game schedule. Final game of this 2-game road trip in Detroit. Final game against the Red Wings this season. And the Blackhawks get a much-needed victory. Final score 4-0. Malcolm Subban with a splendid start tonight in net. A 29-save shutout in his first game since late March. Couldn't ask for much better than that, especially in a game that the Hawks very, very much needed. Now, last game, the Blackhawks had 3 shots on goal in the first period, and although that's not good, they still played better than that kind of sounds. With that said, they still wanted to come out strong in this game, and they had an opportunity to with an early first period power play. Right away, you could tell that the emphasis on the Blackhawks power play was a little bit different tonight. They decided to actually take what Detroit was giving them, utilize that bumper position, the amount of space that's right in the middle of the ice due to Detroit's diamond penalty kill formation. It's something I mentioned in my previous video that they needed to do because they did not do that in last game. Between saying that Subban should start and saying they needed to use the bumper position, like, I'm starting to get the impression that someone on the Blackhawks coaching staff is watching these videos, which, if that's the case, I'm on to you. Which, to be fair, I don't really mind. Honestly, if you want to hire my services, I'm open to it. If you want to hire some dude who makes YouTube recap videos and whose highest level of hockey playing experience is beer league, I'm your man. Now, the Blackhawks didn't get any shots on goal during that power play, but I don't think it was because of their setup or anything. It was just the fact that they were trying to pass the puck into the back of the net, which just did not work. Doc got the puck right in the slot there as the bumper man. All the space in the world to take the shot. Like, that's a prime position to take a shot, and he tries to pass it back door to, I believe it was DeBrincat there. Like, he's just got to take that shot. He's young. He will learn. But that was pretty much the reason why that power play was unsuccessful. And really, that kind of led to the Hawks, once again, not getting a whole lot of shots on goal in that first period. What also didn't help getting larger shot totals for that first period was the fact that the Blackhawks took 2 penalties, one of which being a 4-minute double minor high sticking. So the Blackhawks were on the PK for 6 minutes of that first period. Thankfully, they killed it all off. The Blackhawks only got 5 shots on goal in the first period tonight. Although it's a step up from the 3 shots they got last time, it still wasn't the inspiring start that they really were looking for in this game. Despite that, just like last game, they would find themselves up a goal going into the second period. With just about 20 seconds left to go in the first period, Patrick Kane would throw the puck out of the defensive zone to relieve pressure. Vinny Hinostroza would go chase it down. Not only would he chase it down, he would steal the puck from the Detroit defender. Then he would take the puck in on goal up the left-hand side. Goaltender thinks Vinny's going to shoot this puck. He's all alone. But Vinny knows he has help. And he makes a nice little move, backhand pass between the legs of the other defender to a trailing Patrick Kane. Come on. Patrick Kane, he's not missing that wide open net. One-timer, it's in, and the Blackhawks are up 1-0 at the end of 1. Now, last game, the Blackhawks also had a 1-0 lead going into the second period, but they would have an atrocious second period, giving up 3 goals en route to losing that game. Tonight, they're just looking to not do that again. It certainly didn't help that they took another penalty early in the second period in this one. Brett Connolly with a slash. Thankfully, the Hawks, PK, would kill off another penalty successfully. Malcolm Subban with a number of really good saves, and instead of giving up 3 goals tonight and losing their lead, the Blackhawks used tonight's second period to increase their lead. With just about 7.5 minutes left to go in the middle frame, Blackhawks with some great offensive zone pressure. Jakubczak, Alex DeBrincat, Brandon Hagel as your forward line out there. Jakubczak with the puck below the goal line, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Eventually he comes out from behind the goal, comes up the sideboards, and then finds Connor Murphy with a great pass, who has a lot of room at the far points. Connor Murphy then rips a slap shot towards the net. Unfortunately, it hits Brandon Hagel, who's trying to screen the goalie right in the midsection. I cannot tell you how much that's got to hurt. I'm losing my breath just thinking about it. Fortunately, Brandon Hagel gets an assist because the puck just bounces straight sideways, and Alex DeBrincat's right there, and he just pots it home into the open nets, and the Hawks are up 2-0 going into the third period. But the Blackhawks would not let up. Just over a minute into the third period, Blackhawks break out of their own zone. Patrick Kane with the puck in the neutral zone up the right-hand side. Kind of does a little flip pass into the offensive zone where Wyatt Kelenic goes to get it. But Vinny Hinostroza steals it from him. I mean, can you blame him? He stole it from a defenseman on Detroit earlier. He's going to steal it from his own defenseman. He's just on a rampage right now. Thankfully, Kelenic takes the note and drives to the far side of the net, and Vinny Hinostroza says, I gotcha. Throws it to Kelenic, who tips it into the wide open net. Vinny Hinostroza, 2 steals tonight, 2 apples tonight. What a night for Vinny Hinostroza. Kelenic with the goal, 88-28-48 on this play. The Blackhawks have a 3-0 lead. Everything's looking great for the Hawks early in this third period. They got a 3-goal lead, but we know that 3-goal leads are not safe. Not with these Hawks, not this season, especially when you give your opponent a 5-on-3 advantage. Hawks, 2 more penalties in this third period. 6 penalties total tonight. It's a far cry from how they've been playing. I don't know if they had 6 penalties in their last 5 games combined. Certainly was different tonight. But the Hawks PK once again steps up big. They weather the storm. They go 6 for 6 tonight, killing penalties. Big night for the PK unit. Subban made a number of great saves as well. Hawks keep their 3-goal lead, and then with about 4.5 minutes remaining in the game, Detroit, they pull their goaltender. It wouldn't work for him because Pius Suter can snipe it from long range. Beats the goaltender who's on the bench into the wide open net. Hawks get to that 4-goal lead that we know for certain is safe. They close it out. They get the 4-0 win tonight. Subban with another shutout performance and a big, big victory heading into a very, very tough stretch of games coming up. Right now, it's a 3-team race for that final playoff spot in the Central Division. Nashville, Chicago, Dallas. Nashville lost tonight to Carolina. So the Blackhawks, with their win, are now only 2 points back with a game in hand. Pretty nice. Dallas did beat Columbus, though, tonight, and they're only a point back of Chicago with 2 games in hand on us. So, yeah, pretty tight race. Anybody's spot to grab. The Blackhawks, their next 3 games, are really going to tell the tale of what's in store, what their future is going to hold. Next 3 games are the final 3 games against the Nashville Predators. Hawks have yet to beat Nashville this year, but hey, at this point, if they go 3-5 this season against Nashville, especially if those 3 wins are all in regulation, that would be very, very nice. Now the Hawks, even if they win all 3 games in regulation against Nashville, they cannot win or secure the final playoff spot with just these 3 games. But if they lose these 3 games, they certainly basically can lose the playoff spot. If they lose all 3 games against Nashville, they're not coming back. The season's going to be done. Although it won't be mathematically over, it pretty much would be over. So the Blackhawks, they need to get wins in every single game, preferably in regulation against Nashville, if they want to get into the playoffs. So a very important slate of games coming up for the Hawks next week. But before we focus on next week, we got to end this week properly, which means it is time for me to award this week's Hawks Recap Blackhawks Player of the Week award. This week it is going to a first-time winner once again, to a player who I wouldn't say is new to the Blackhawks, but he's new to the Blackhawks this season. Yep, you probably guessed it. This week, the award goes to Vinny Hinostroza. Welcome back, Vinny. Great week for him. 3 assists in 3 games, plus 3 rating as well. Congratulations to Vinny for winning this prestigious and historic award. And with that, signing off. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. I really hope you got some sort of enjoyment out of it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.